Hi, my name is Bailey, and I will be giving a persuasive speech on the importance of wearing personal protective equipment in a pandemic. In late 2019, the world heard this word for the first time, COVID-19. All anybody knew at that time, it was a severe respiratory virus which was difficult to treat and extremely contagious. When the cases were first coming about in late 2019 over in China, nobody knew the catastrophic impact this would have on life as we knew it. Over the course of the next few months, COVID-19, which is more commonly referred to as the coronavirus, spread so fast between people and so rapidly over different countries that by March of 2020, we were in a lockdown and what is also referred to as a pandemic. A pandemic is a disease prevalent over multiple countries, usually the world, and unfortunately, they've been lingering for as long as people have inhabited this planet. The earliest pandemic that has been tracked was in the year 1346 with the bubonic plague. That killed anywhere between 75 and 200 million people. With it being so early on in time and medical advancements really not there yet, nobody knew what caused it, how to slow it down, and how to stop it. Fast forward a few centuries to the year 1889, medical advancements were happening and were much more prevalent, and in that time is when the first cases of the flu were being hit. Back then, doctors were telling people, let's cover our faces and our noses and let's try and stay apart to try and slow the spread of the flu. Nowadays, over 100 years later, you say you have the flu, it's not that big of a deal. You'll be back to yourself in a week. But because the flu was so new back then, very similar to how the coronavirus is now, nobody knew exactly what was working. So medical professionals nowadays in this coronavirus age society are looking back at what has happened in history to see what may work. Medical professionals back then were telling people, stay as far apart as possible, cover your face and nose when possible, and really just stay home. And so now medical professionals are using that same advice. Wear masks when possible, social distance when you can, and stay home. People question all the time, are these masks working? Are they slowing the spread of the virus? Are they just not really doing anything? Is it just all a political drive? However, medical professionals from the University of Oxford, Johns Hopkins Hospital, and the Mayo Clinic say, yes, the masks are working. They are working slow, but they're working. There are many different types of masks, and masks are all different types of personal protective equipment. There are N95 masks, there are surgical masks, and cloth masks. The CDC recommends we reserve the surgical and the N95 masks to our medical professionals because they're the at most risk of getting the coronavirus because of the setting of their workplace. But for the general public, the CDC recommends we wear cloth face masks. They do ultimately the same thing as the N95s and as the surgicals, but it is a much more easier object to obtain. There are different types of masks, of the cloth masks that can be worn or made out of. You can make them out of t-shirts, bed sheets, pillowcases, socks. The possibilities are endless and people are getting very creative with it. But they are working to slow the spread of the virus. There are types of precautions that go along with wearing the masks. Not everybody is physically able to. There are physically impaired people who are not able to take it off of themselves, so they are not supposed to really be wearing them. And children under the age of 2, because their little bodies won't be able to handle that. However, this is not a substitute for social distancing. Social distancing is still recommended with the mask because, again, we are doing everything we can to slow the spread of the virus. And again, people are really wondering, is this working? And is it really slowing down? How has it worked for other countries? And Elaine Chufong, excuse me if I mispronounced her name, from the University of Oxford, she told the Atlantic News article that face masks played a very active role in slowing the disease transmission in Asian countries. So our medical professionals, our political officials here in the United States are telling people, let's try it, see if it works. And it really is. As of July 4th, 17 counties in the state of Florida, it is mandated that people wear masks in public settings. Here on the local front in Palm Beach County, the local ordinance number 12 states, in order of Palm Beach County, facial coverings required absent a legal exemption. All patrons wear a facial covering, including while entering, exiting, or otherwise moving around in establishments. Staffs must wear facial coverings during all in-person interactions with the public, and social distancing measures must be taken even when masks are worn. Again, this is all to slow the spread of the virus because, as the doctor from the University of Oxford found, it did work to slow the spread. As medical professionals from Johns Hopkins, from Mayo Clinic, from the CDC, all say, yes, the masks are working to slow the spread of the virus. So, whenever you are out in public, or whenever you can, wear the face mask to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Thank you.